being a creator democratizes fame for a lot of people who sometimes have to go through various hierarchies and hegemonies in the field of or in the business of creativity to land opportunities. I feel like in the last 2 years, I have at least gotten more and more comfortable to invest and own brand Shibani as opposed to Shibani hiding behind a mask trying to play a character. I was a bunch of things. I was the class bully, I was the class bullied, I was the class fatty, I was the class bestie, I was the class tomboy, I was the class clown, I was the class mimicker, I was this and that.
Is comedy still fun for you, or it has become work to an extent?
I feel like I was very good at mimicry, but that was also me trying to process my anger. It's like I was pissed. If I was pissed, I still do this. If I'm pissed with someone, I don't know, I'll just want to enact how stupid they are. Brands के इशारों पे नाचने की जरूरत पड़ेगी. Algorithm नचाएगा आपको बहुत. Actual में भी नचाएगा, you know. Nobody likes creators. Nobody likes influencers. But अपना product चलाना है, अपनी picture चलानी है, अपना कुछ भी चलाना है तो influencers को आ जाएंगे बोलने. मतलब in the sense you rely on them also, but you shit on them also.
My guest for today's episode of Ketchup Talks can turn the most mundane moment into a full-blown sketch. And she's the kind of actor who slips into the character like a second skin. Her comedy is sharp, honest, and somehow always rooted in the chaos we all secretly relate to. This is Mrinal Mathur Rajwani, and join me as I catch up with Shibani Bedi. Hi Shibani, welcome to Social Catch Up.
Hi Mrinal, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? How are things since we last met?
Things have been okay. A lot has happened. And good, bad, terrible, everything. It's been quite eventful. Yeah.
Last 1 year was like I've seen you through stories and I've connected with you online, and I know that everything that you've gone through.
Right.
So I hope next year is going to be an amazing one.
I hope so. Yeah. Really. I think this year and last year were just very hectic. 2024 and 25 were very like crazy. I'm hoping for some peace and growth and meaning.
Growth you have seen this year as well.
But you know, like I feel like the growth got completely like overshadowed by the chaos.
Chaos happened.
I feel like I just hope like now, subsequently in the future, it's more growth and less chaos so that I can enjoy the growth and the, you know, I can enjoy myself more than I can just be like in troubleshoot mode.
So Shibani, we last met in the same studio after your film. Thank you for coming, and we discussed that you are a actor first and a creator later. Has things changed for you in last 1.5 year?
So Mrinal, the thing is, I didn't like, when I say that I'm an actor first, creator later, I don't mean to put these two things on a hierarchy type. उसमें मैं, that's not the intention कि हाँ मेरे लिए acting ज़्यादा important है, creation इतना important नहीं है. मुझे लगता है कि as a creator, I am more performative because of being an actor, as opposed to being somebody who likes putting herself as a brand out there more. And I have struggled with that, where I think if I look at my content, it has mostly been performance as opposed to getting my audience to know who I am. I feel like in the last 2 years, I have at least gotten more and more comfortable to invest and own brand Shibani as opposed to Shibani hiding behind a mask trying to play a character. So I feel like कुछ चीज़ें जो मुझे comfortable मुझे नहीं लगती थी कि अपने life के बारे में बात करना या फिर vlogs बनाना या फिर, you know, I used to mostly stick to sketch and comedy. But I feel like now I have sort of gotten more comfortable with, you know, just getting my audience to also know me and my life more than just see me hiding behind a character and performing. So yeah.
So I've seen that here and there, not too much, but you've also started share things about like your travel or personal things, that personal milestones as well.
Yeah.
I think that gives your audience the idea about who you are, not just your characters that you play, that the auntie or the Priyanka ki mummy is my favorite series, but the kind of reels, the kind of sketches that you do,
Right.
I personally, as an audience, I'm seeing you more
Right.
as Shivani than
Right.
other things.
Yeah.
But we know that the sketches that you create are very comedy driven, very humorous. What is comedy and what is funny content for you? How do you define that? Okay, this makes sense, this doesn't.
अब मेरे को पता नहीं है what is comedy and what makes sense. I feel like I know my audience, I know my strengths. I also realized over time, and I think this is something that comes with experience, that Instagram specifically is ADHD max. Okay, so you're pandering to an audience that you have to grab the attention of in the first 15 seconds or the first 20 seconds, or your brand has to be so relatable or fun for them to watch that चाहे आपका वीडियो 2 मिनट का भी हो, वो एटलीस्ट 30 सेकेंड या 40 सेकेंड तक तो आपके पेज पे रहे. तो मुझे लगता है उस चक्कर में द थिंग दैट वर्क्स फॉर मी इज टू थोड़ा हाइपर एनंसिएट करके कैरेक्टर्स को प्रोजेक्ट करना, विटी लाइंस. आई थिंक ये मेरा एक रूल है कि अगर मैं कुछ भी डायलॉग बोल रही हूँ उसमें एक हुक होना चाहिए. मतलब 3 पार्ट्स में मैं उसको डिवाइड करती हूँ कि एस्टैब्लिशमेंट, थोड़ा सा कॉन्टेक्स्ट, एंड देन पंच लाइन. So I feel like that's how I sort of make or conceptualize or write my sketches or even rants या जो भी. Like जब मैं VOs भी करती हूँ किसी, अगर मैं फ़नी व्लॉग मैंने कुछ बनाया और मैं VO कर रही हूँ, तो मेरी कोशिश यही होती है कि मतलब जो कॉमेंट्री है उसमें कहीं ना कहीं पंच लाइन्स होनी चाहिए. एवरीथिंग शुड सर्कल बैक टू द एस्टैब्लिश्ड thought process, and then the punchline should also come. And I need to keep things short and witty and succinct, and I think that's what I sometimes follow. To say comedy क्या है and what it means to me, it's very subjective. हर किसी के लिए comedy is various things. I feel like I'm generally a witty person when it comes to how I express myself, and thankfully I can now comfortably bring that to the content that I make. बट मुझे नहीं पता अगर मैं स्टेज पे लाइव शो करने जाऊंगी तो मैं कितना, मतलब मैं वो कितना कॉन्फिडेंस वहाँ कितना निकलेगा वो नहीं पता. आई थिंक आई माइट जस्ट बॉम्ब. बट या, लाइक व्हेन आई हैव द लिबर्टी ऑफ डूइंग रीटेक्स, आई कैन मेक चेंजेस, मेक इट बेटर.
Okay, and you said that you are a like I understand also that the characters that you play are very heightened version of someone whom we know very personally.
Yeah.
So how much of it is one of your derived character from nearby? Or
I feel like most of the characters are derived from people nearby only, or things that I've observed growing up. But हाँ, मुझे थोड़ा सा उसको heighten करना पड़ता है कि मतलब अगर मैंने कोई, for example, if I'm doing a mom character, if I've seen my mother or mothers around me say something mean very normally, I will obviously like make it like, oh, like वो थोड़ा सा that whole hyper dramatic thing I will add, because it just makes the character look larger than life. And in the hope that maybe the audience will just sort of enjoy the hyper dramatization.
Out of all the characters, which one is very close to Shivani?
Yeah, I feel like when I'm being myself is what is close. Abhi, at this point, thankfully, I can say that I am not hiding behind any character. I am also out there making content which has me talking about my life. So I feel like none of the characters I do are very close to me. But I think when I put myself out there, the rants that I put out or the conversations I sometimes want to put on social media, which are my daily struggles growing up on the internet, those are more my, like, those are more my babies. Like, that's what I feel like is closest to me. Yeah.
And you mentioned that you were in general life also very witty, but were you the funny one, or the class clown that we generally say, or the one who's making jokes or everything while you were growing up?
Not always.
Because why I'm asking you is because when I meet you in person,
Right.
I don't see that heightened, not the
Yeah,
witty one, but the heightened version or
right,
the comedy. You're very calm, very composed in
right.
general. I know
Yeah,
you'll come and you'll meet very nicely, and everything looks very different from the personality
right,
that we see online.
right.
So that's why I'm saying, were you the one that, okay, who's fooling around, who's making fun of everyone, or maybe is cracking some joke?
Not always. I feel like I was very good at mimicry, but that was also me trying to process my anger. It's like I was pissed. If I was pissed, I still do this. If I'm pissed with someone, I don't know, I'll just want to enact how stupid they are. And I feel like that eventually evolved into mimicking people, maybe their expressions or micro expressions or their acts of aggressiveness or stupidity or whatever I thought was odd. Um, and I think sometimes, as I said, when I'm trying to mimic or enact a certain scenario to process it in my head, I make it funny for me. I think jokes and humor was also my coping mechanism in life. I think as far as the class clown is concerned, I wasn't. I was more like, I was a little bit of a goof. I was a bunch of things. I was the class bully. I was the class bullied. I was the class fatty. I was the class bestie. I was the class tomboy. I was the class clown. I was the class mimicker. I was this and that. So वो कोई ऐसा particular bracket नहीं था. But हाँ, I think humor was always something that I used as a tool in life to just find my way through the chaos in life. And I feel like over time, I would obviously, clown around in front of my friends when we'd be having our hangouts or whatever, or when we'd be gossiping or talking about whatever's going on in life or silly things that happen in life, and how to process it. And I think I was also a very witty writer. And I think the writing would start in the head, like the creativity, the creative aspect was it, the creative monologue of whatever I'd put out on paper or, my laptop would actually, the conversation would start in my head. And I think I just think a certain way. And sometimes when I can present it by virtue of performing it or writing it, I know how to like string it together to make it sometimes look humorous. Yeah.
And I'm
so,
glad you mentioned writing bit of it.
right.
I know you were a writer first,
Yeah.
then you transitioned into
Yeah.
different role and
Yeah.
a creator.
I was not just a writer, I was a bunch of things. But like writing was also one of the things
What
that I was doing.
what were all things you were doing?
So I started out working in a news channel. Oh, so my first job was actually a Balaji Telefilms TV soap, where I played a character called something पता नहीं. No, actually उससे भी पहले कुछ था. कोई फिल्म थी जिसके अंदर मेरे कैरेक्टर का नाम मोटी था. It was a Gujar film. No, I was the fat best friend in the movie, and I was 19 years old. They picked me from like my college or whatever. So no points for creativity. My character's name was Moti. Okay, and it was a Gujar film. It never came out. It released. I was 19, whatever. And I think through the course of my education, I found myself in Bombay, and then I landed myself a gig with Balaji Telefilms. Couldn't hack it, whatever. Managed to do it for 6 months, went back to Delhi. Then I started working with a news channel. Stayed there for 3 years. Then I joined magazine. I joined India Today, and then I joined Hindustan Times. Then I joined Times of India, which then led to the digital arm of it. Usse pehle beech mein, there was this phase where I was working with Scoop Whoop also. There was this one, and that's where the video journey started, which concluded with joining Times Internet and then iDiva. And then after iDiva, COVID happened, and then everything else just, worked out on its own because social media became everything.
Everything.
So, yeah.
But do you miss that part
Not
of
at
your
all.
life? No.
Why will I miss
No.
slavery, girl?
No, not the slavery
Yeah.
bit, but more of a writing kind of a profession.
No, I don't think so. I think I always knew that I was more a performer than a writer. I think I always knew that. I feel like I know that maybe working and in anything that wasn't utilizing my creative energy would kill my soul. And to be, grandiose about becoming an actor, मैं इतनी डिलुलू कभी भी नहीं हूँ. मैं बहुत प्रैक्टिकल हूँ लाइफ में. तो मुझे पता था कि भैया ये अगर अपने आप से कोई मेरे लिए थाल में परोस के नहीं लाया अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, तो मुझे तो मिलने नहीं वाली. ये अपने आप से तो मतलब लक मेरी शायद मुझे सपोर्ट ना करे, और अगर कर देती है तो फिर लकी लेके जाएगी जहाँ लेके जाएगी, मैं तो मतलब ज़्यादा चांस नहीं लूँगी। तो मुझे फिर लगता था कि अगर मुझे मीडिया में ही रहना है और क्रिएटिव चीज़ें ही करनी है, तो मुझे इसी जो द फील्ड ऑफ मीडिया अपना ढूंढना पड़ेगा नीश, जो बाय द एंड ऑफ इट मतलब मैं कुछ 10 साल काम करी हूँ बिफोर आई स्टार्टेड doing videos, or started taking acting full time and started taking it more seriously. I eventually did find my niche where I managed to do the kind of work that I was good at, as opposed to, like, I remember when I had my first job, which was in a news channel, I was so bad. My God, Mrinal, आई थिंक मेरा तो वहाँ पे ट्रॉमा है भी, मेरी वजह से भी, मेरे इनकॉम्पिटेंस की वजह से भी 3-4 वहाँ पे न्यूज़ एडिटर्स को ट्रॉमा है कि मतलब एक स्पोर्ट्स एडिटर थी, वो मुझे कभी कभी पीसीआर में कॉल करती थी, उनको जैसे ही मेरी आवाज़ सुनाई देती थी, शी'd be like, oh it's you, I'd be like yeah whatever and she just knocked the phone down on me. So yeah, I was that competent that मेरे तो चर्चे सब जगह सब डेस्क पे थे कि ये थोड़ी बेवकूफ़ है. Anyway, तो वो तो मुझे पता था कि मेरा फ्यूचर नहीं है, मैं टीवी जर्नलिज्म तो नहीं कर पाऊंगी. फिर प्रिंट किया, प्रिंट से करते करते डिजिटल मीडियम में आई एंटर्ड, and I think the kind of content I was catering to and creating in the digital medium, like written content, not video content, worked out for me. But I don't miss it. I think I'm happy where I am. I wish I could just grow this and become more of this.
And how, when you're talking about writing, how do you write your own sketches? Like, how do you differentiate between two characters? Like, what's in your head goes that, okay, now if I, especially if I've developed a new character or a new
Right.
IP, because I know a lot of yours is more of a part 1, part 2 series kind of.
Right.
You repeat those characters,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
repeat
yeah.
those ideas. So when you sit down, how do you differentiate, okay, this is one and this is how I separate it from second one?
I think Mrinal, at this point it's become so
Natural to you.
natural that वो ना मतलब एक सिंपल रूल है, एक्शन रिएक्शन, ठीक है, ये थिएटर का ये सबसे बेसिक फाउंडेशन है. मैं आपको कुछ बोल रही हूँ, आप उस पर रिएक्ट कर रहे हो. अब अगर मुझे ये एक रैंडम सिनारियो में करना है, it can just be a simple exchange, right? Like I'm telling you something, you're nodding your head. Sorry, Mike. Sorry.
Mike is also nodding there.
Yeah. But I feel like if one is trying to make it funny or sketchy, then the action will be heightened, then the reaction also has to be heightened. Or maybe the reaction can be heightened. The action can be heightened and the reaction can be a little mellow. So I tried juggling like the dialogues, keeping all these rules in mind. But as I said, कि थोड़ा सा मुझे मतलब वो थोड़ा हाइपर रियलिस्टिक बनाना पड़ता है चीजें, मतलब ये शायद रियलिटी
That
में
is part
से
of being a comedy
Yeah.
creator, because you cannot, अगर जो सीन हुआ है, if even if the conversation between you and me, if you have to put out, अगर वो आप वैसे ही डाल दोगे तो कुछ
Yeah.
कोई मतलब नहीं है. You will have to add your spice and masala to it.
Right.
Yeah, so that I completely agree. But because why I ask is because it's generally someone who works very closely on sketches and one's on developing characters, especially in one particular video. Also, they have to have different characters and have to have a different personalities. And when it's one of it, it works. But you have to develop that. Like the auntie, the mom character, you have to have a backstory and a story where that character is living through it, so that you can then transfer that character to different scenarios. So
Right.
do you build on something like that?
Maybe I think I do. I think it's become so intrinsic या फिर so inherent कि इतना मैं सोचती ही नहीं हूँ. और ये भी है ना कि मृणाल, मैं एक्टिंग थिएटर 5 साल की उम्र से कर रही हूँ. तो ये मेरे लिए कोई ऐसा ना मतलब आई थिंक ये बहुत इंस्टिंक्टिव है मेरे लिए करना. और कहीं ना कहीं आई थिंक दैट्स वेयर आई हैव फेथ इन माई केपेबिलिटी, दैट आई नो अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स come naturally to me. Like, I don't have to, as I said, like that with the question that you asked me now, that if I had to choose between writing and acting, what will I choose? I will go with performing, because this comes very instinctively. I don't have to try very hard. Writing, on the other hand, takes time, effort, self-doubt, like it's instinctive, but that takes more effort. So I know that clearly, like if I say between two, like maybe it's my calling for a reason, and I feel like it just feels easy to figure it out, and it happens very instinctively. So yeah, sometimes even I also don't know how to answer that. Ki matlab, how do I form these backstories?
And
all
how do you
that?
form your voice? Like, I know a couple of your videos that I've
Right.
seen is also very sarcastic to what is happening now.
Right.
How do you find that voice that, okay, I can use comedy, you can use humor for
Right.
this?
As I said, like I think I've always processed chaos through humor, because that's how you trivialize it. If someone is mm, troubling you, the reason they want to trouble you or say something mean or do something ridiculous is to frazzle you, to make you feel chaotic, to make you feel uneasy. The way you trivialize it is how you you processing it and trivializing it is what will probably just help you get it out of your system. And I feel like wit and humor for me has always been that tool and resource where if I don't want to take the world too seriously, I'll just start connecting the dots in a way where I find it funny, And I think that now reflects in maybe how I talk about that scenario playing out to an audience. And I guess that's where the wit and sarcasm comes.
But what is that mantra that is driving you right now?
पैसा, फेम. मुझे पैसा चाहिए, मुझे बहुत फेमस होना है, घर वर खरीदने हैं, बिजनेस टाइकून बनना है. मतलब और obviously as I say, हाँ, पर मतलब यही चीज़ है ना, validation forever types. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, these amongst a bunch of things, these are also very important things that drive me. And the fact that I never want to stop doing this. I want to survive this industry because I don't know where else to go now. It's like आप इतनी मेहनत करते हो, जूते लात खाते हो और हाथ पैर मारते हो, and you find your place. You find the sofa that you want to sit and watch TV on. You want to keep it around then, right? Like you'll do everything in your power to maintain that level of whatever comfort that you found or that connection that you found with whatever you've chanced upon or reached or invested in. So mera I think main motivation ye hai ki I want to make this work because this is where I belong. I feel the most comfortable here. I'm the most happiest here. Even on my worst days, there's nothing else I'd much rather do than be a performer, be an actor, be a creator. And obviously then money, fame, business tycoon, property. मड आइलैंड में बंगला गाड़ी सब.
मड आइलैंड तो अब
मतलब जो भी गुड़गांव कर लेगी,
गुड़गांव खरीद
जहाँ पर भी बंगला गाड़ी सब.
Do you miss home?
Me, I do, but I also go home very often. Sometimes I have to tell home कि बस अभी मेरे को मत बुलाओ. अभी मेरे को बॉम्बे रहना है. Like it's funny, मेरे को अभी 1.5 महीना हो गया है इधर बम्बई में रहते हुए. Because पिछला 1 साल से एटलीस्ट 6-7 महीने से, especially after my dad passed away, like I had to constantly keep going back, and then there was work. This time I told my mother, I shall not come back for at least 2 months. And I'm already homesick. Today in the morning, I was crying to her saying, I miss you. And she's like, we talk on video call every day 3 times. Like, how much do you, like, come on. But yeah, like I do miss home and sometimes a little too much. But I keep going back. And it's okay sometimes for me to be here more because...
you shifted here for a reason.
Yeah. And I feel like I have my resources here. I have a place to shoot. I have my team here. There's, so and obviously all the hustle and everything that I want to do in the arenas that I want to target, वो सब इधर ही है. दिल्ली या गुड़गांव जाके नहीं होगा वो.
मैं इसीलिए पूछा, do you miss home? Because we planned of buying a house in Gurgaon.
Oh.
So.
I mean, I miss home and it'll probably be a good investment. बस वहाँ पे थोड़ा सीवर सिस्टम थोड़ा सा चैलेंज है.
अरे
तो अगर बारिश में अगर आपको तैरना पड़े
मैं अभी देख लिया, इस साल देख लिया. Like it took me more than an hour and a half or 2 to reach airport from Gurgaon.
Oh gosh.
And Gurgaon and airport ज़्यादा दूर नहीं है वैसे.
But 1.5 घंटा is great.
मैं बारिश हो रही थी and that's also because my driver decided कि नहीं मैम, मैं आपकी फ्लाइट नहीं छुड़ाऊंगा.
How sweet. No, but I'm glad the traffic moved कि 1.5 घंटे में पहुंच गए.
अरे he was on call with other drivers who who crossed that area and was continuously checking, अच्छा यहाँ से turn लूँ कि वहाँ से लूँ कि क्या करूँ, and then somehow he took detours, but he managed कि हाँ यहाँ गली में पानी हमेशा होता है तो यहाँ नहीं जाऊँगा, उधर से लंबा लेके and he managed, and like hats off to that driver.
Please share his number. I need him. मेरा ड्राइवर तो GPS भी नहीं पढ़ पाते हैं बेचारे. Sometimes I'm like
No, but I actually had, otherwise मैं flight उस दिन miss कर जाती because the way it was raining and वो पूरा नाला भर गया है. It's a river that's flowing.
Yeah. And you know that river happens to be in areas जहाँ पे एक मकान का मतलब price is like some 35 crore. So it's funny. Like Gurgaon is great unless it rains.
But
and you're
Gurgaon
stuck.
surprises me every time I go. Once I went and I like Gurgaon se Dwarka I had to go and I reached in 30 minutes. I was like, huh?
So I think they're trying to make it work. They're trying to make it better. But they're doing everything above ground. Whereas the problem is underground. वो नहीं साफ कर पा रहे हैं. ऊपर से ना दिल्ली का मुझे लगता है थोड़ा सा उनका जो सेप्टिक टैंक सिचुएशन है ना वो थोड़ा सा strange. I feel like in Bombay the sewer system is very efficient. I don't know, maybe because it's close to the beach or the sea. कि बारिश होती है नाले से निकल के सीधा ड्रेन होती है, राइट. दिल्ली में टैंक में भरती है और फिर वो टैंक भभाके करके ऊपर भेज देता है, वो भभक कर ऊपर भेज देता है, वो भर जाता है.
बॉम्बे में भी होता है. बॉम्बे में कुछ एरियाज हैं जिसमें भरेंगे ही भरेंगे. आपको पता है कि थोड़ी सी बारिश हुई और यहाँ भर गया.
No, but Mrinal, Bombay में the sewer, the drainage system is as old as the British Empire. Like I remember when I was studying here, there was this book I remember called Maximum City, okay, where the author spoke about Bombay in general because he was absolutely in love. And he also, I think there was this one portion where he talked about how the underground drainage system का जो नक्शा है वो शायद इतना पुराना है कि मतलब I don't know, maybe वो available ही नहीं है. Like it was laid out when the Britishers were here or whatever. pre-colonial times के time, और अब किसी को पता नहीं. बट उसके बावजूद भी आई थिंक द वे द सिटी इज मेंटेन्ड एंड आई थिंक द वे द कैपेसिटी ऑफ द ड्रेनेज सिस्टम लार्जली. बॉम्बे में कितना बारिश होता है ब्रो, या 6 महीने सिर्फ बारिश होता है. दिल्ली में इतना बारिश हो दिल्ली खुद ही नदी बन जाएगी, वो यमुना ही बन जाएगी दिल्ली पूरी की पूरी. लाइक सो व्हेन आई लुक एट द अमाउंट ऑफ रेन दिस सिटी गेट्स, गुड़गांव गेट्स half an hour rain and it comes to us, and one time it rained for 3 hours. Traffic didn't move. My papa was stuck like, I don't know, मेरे घर से कुछ 1 kilometer दूर, he was stuck there for 4 hours. Poor thing. Okay, old asthmatic man had to leave his car, walk home. My brother went to give him juice there कि पापा को प्यास लग रही होगी. It was so bad. So yeah, like they need to work the underground more than the overground. So yeah, I think once they do that, then you should definitely, because I also plan to buy a house. मतलब मेरे साउथ दिल्ली में तो मैं शायद अफोर्ड ना कर पाऊँ, तो मुझे फिर सबर्ब्स में ही देखना पड़ेगा. मेरी मम्मी गुड़गांव में रहती है, सो प्रॉब्ली आई एम आल्सो थिंकिंग या मेरा बंगला वहीं होएगा विद माय गाड़ी एंड व्हाटएवर.
बंगला वहीं हो सकता है, बॉम्बे में हो नहीं सकता.
दैट्स ट्रू.
हमको बंगला चाहिए तो गुड़गांव ही.
आई नो, सबर्ब्स में ही इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा.
Okay, how casually we just diverged.
I know, these adult problems, you know, property, drainage system, amenities है, hygienic है, air quality, all of that. It's a
air quality में तो क्या दिल्ली बॉम्बे को comparison करें?
नहीं bro, Delhi beats you guys any day. यहाँ पे 100 होता है and everyone's like, what is the government doing? My ears are not working, my throat is not working. Delhi वाले 500 AQI में ऐसे मतलब runs पे जा रहे हैं. I know people who are preparing for marathon in 800 AQI.
And
there.
I know people कि marathons हो भी रही हैं.
Imagine. What are you? What is it?
क्यों हो रही?
Why are you running? Lung collapse करना है तो cigarette पी लो. नहीं हम marathon करेंगे 800 AQI में. Great. So
okay, coming back to the content, coming back to Shivani. हम मुंबई दिल्ली comparison में चले गए. Okay, हाँ, but we were talking about you and you working in content and that being your comfort place. I feel that content creation has given a lot to a lot of people. Like a lot of dreams got fulfilled.
Yeah.
Has it happened to you that one of your one or multiple dreams got fulfilled, or there's something that you're still dreaming and you know content creation can fulfill it for you?
I don't know about how many, like I don't know if I'm still dreaming of things that content creation can specifically give me, Mrinal, but I will definitely say that the creator economy being a part of this economy, and I literally chanced into it. Like, you know, I think जब आईडिवा भी हम कर रहे थे videos वहाँ पर, मेरे साथ जो लोग थे, they were actively making content for social media because they had like that, they had a lot of clarity then. I was still on the fence because I was like, you know, I'm an actor, I'm here as a consultant actor. Okay, I have an Instagram account, I'll repost it, but I will not specifically make content for social media because मुझे आता नहीं है, कैसे करूँगी मुझे. और तब ये कुछ था भी नहीं. Like 2017-18 में creator economy was
Less.
just about showing up. There was still something known as YouTube, and YouTube being monetized and people working with brands to make videos for YouTube. But everything was very like nascent and very like unheard of, very scattered. There was no system to this or method to this madness. So I feel like I will definitely say that being a creator democratizes fame for a lot of people who sometimes have to go through various hierarchies and hegemonies in the field of or in the business of creativity to land opportunities. You don't have to rely on anybody's scraps and hasans and fake or whatever, like empty promises or whatever. आपको किसी के इशारों पे शायद नाचने की इतनी ब्रांड्स के इशारों पे नाचने की जरूरत पड़ेगी. एल्गोरिथम नचाएगा आपको बहुत, एक्चुअल में भी नचाएगा, यू नो. बट ठीक है, रिटर्न्स भी अच्छे मिलते हैं. वंस योर थिंग टेक्स ऑफ, you get more money. You don't have to do things that, you know, for example, if you're working for money, the kind of earnings that you may get as a creator at different levels is still better than what sometimes certain fields pay you after putting in, you know, months or days or whatever. I mean, you can dictate a few terms, especially when you want to stand on your 2 feet as an artist. कि आपको ना exploitation को हमेशा, मतलब in the sense like, I feel like to be an actor or to be in the creative field in this country, which is a very unstructured industry, no matter what they say, comes with a lot of exploitation. And I face it to this day. Like, matlab, abhi recently I got to know I did a project which was a shit show, okay? And the producer turned out to be a total scam artist. They apparently went around telling the direction team to give me trouble on set because I asked them to arrange toilets while we were shooting on the highway. And I'm like, so I was, जब मैं, मतलब, अब पेशाब तो सबको आता है, राइट? तो अगर मैंने बोल दिया कि अगर 14 घंटे की शूट में अगर हम सड़क में शूट कर रहे हैं तो एक प्लीज वैनिटी रख लेना क्योंकि मुझे टॉयलेट जाना होगा. हाउ इज दैट अ डिमांड? हाउ आर यू टेलिंग एवरीवन दैट आई एम ट्रबलिंग यू एंड यू शुड ट्रबल मी बैक बिकॉज आई एम आस्किंग फॉर टॉयलेट्स? But apparently asking for a toilet is a thing. It's a demand. And if you ask for it, then you're obnoxious. So that's the level of exploitation and the inhumane like treatment sometimes that you have to deal with. And I sometimes feel like I still have a voice where if I call these people out and their nonsense, there will be some justice. But there are so many people who don't have that opportunity or that chance or that pedestal or whatever. So I genuinely feel like being a creator sort of liberates you. It gives you a choice to not sometimes pander to people who, or companies or agencies that want to exploit you. It gives you a certain kind of financial independence also where you can maybe focus on your larger picture. But at least you have, आपका घर चल रहा है. You know, अगर आप कम भी पैसे कमा रहे हो. और मैं उन क्रिएटर्स में से सैडली अभी नहीं हूँ मृणाल जिनके मतलब बहुत सपने पूरे हो गए हैं. जैसा मैंने बोला ना, फेम, पैसा, गाड़ी, मेरा अभी है सब कुछ मेरा बकेट लिस्ट में. तो ऐसा कुछ मेरा भी, मतलब छप्पड़ नहीं फटे मेरे क्रिएटर बनकर. बट बहुतों के फट जाते हैं. पर अगर आपके छप्पड़ नहीं भी फट रहे हैं, आपका घर चल जाएगा. आपकी इमरजेंसी फंड आप बना पाओगे, आप इन्वेस्टमेंट्स कर पाओगे. आपको अपनी इज्जत नीलाम करके, मतलब, या फिर मतलब बेइज्जती सह कर दूसरों के मतलब एक्सप्लॉइटेटिव टेंडेंसीज को पैंडर नहीं करना पड़ेगा. आप कुछ टर्म्स डिक्टेट कर सकते हो. So as an artist, I think it does liberate you from this loop of exploitation. Yeah.
But we also, like, when we are discussing about the goodness of creator economy, I also would want to understand, because you have been in this industry for long, I would want to understand that what is the dark side of it, because it's no industry is all rosy.
Yeah.
It's we all wear those rose tinted
Yeah.
glasses, but there are dark sides of it.
I think the biggest dark side is judgment. You are never taken seriously. And I feel like because it is something that gives you a certain kind of agency over your life, your finances, and gives you a choice where you don't always have to say yes to things which either exploit you or make you want to pander to hierarchies and hegemonies or gatekeeping, whatever structures where opportunities are not allocated equally. There's a lot of backlash to that. Nobody likes creators, nobody likes influencers, but अपना product चलाना है, अपनी picture चलानी है, अपना कुछ भी चलाना है, तो influencers को आ जाएंगे बोलने. मतलब in the sense you rely on them also, but you shit on them also. There's, I think, so the dark side is the backlash. And ठीक है, maybe people have various reasons. I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm not trying to dismiss anything. Everyone's allowed whatever reasons and opinions they have. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, in a nutshell, you're not taken seriously. ठीक है, पहला तो सबसे बड़ा डाउन साइड वो है कि मतलब अभी भी आपको प्रूव करना पड़ेगा अपने फैमिली वालों को आप करते क्या हो. फिर वो आपसे ये भी पूछेंगे पर नौकरी कब करोगे, पढ़ाई कर लो, यू नो. मतलब समझाने में टाइम लगता है कि इससे कमाई हो रही है.
It's not. I feel. I get it. I've discussed it somewhere as well, that it's high time that it gets like a dignified profession.
Yeah, I think in the next 10 years, because it's very new, and I feel like it's the same. You know, like 40 साल पहले जब डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर और मे बी 2-4 और ऐसे फील्ड्स थे, तब कोई अगर आपको बोलता आगे कि मैं एडवर्टाइजिंग में है, मम्मी पापा सबके परेशान हो जाते. वो बोलते हम जर्नलिज्म करना चाहते हैं. जर्नलिज्म मतलब 20 साल पहले तक बहुत बैकलैश मिलता था. अब कॉमन है, राइट? अब there are thriving careers people have and agencies, have in advertising, in journalism. So many offbeat career options exist. I think it's an offbeat career path that's just opened up in the last 5-6 years. So obviously, and it's sort of shaken up a lot of structures. It's shaken up a bunch of things for the best and for the worst reasons, because of which people are still adjusting to the whole idea of ये क्रिएटर इकोनॉमी क्या है, ये सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग क्या होती है. मार्केटिंग तो बोल्ड बोर्ड पे होगी, टीवी पे होगी, सोशल मीडिया क्या है. सो आई फील लाइक वो थोड़ा सा कंफर्ट मे बी ओवर टाइम, वंस इट बिकम्स अ लिटिल बिट मोर dominant and normal, it'll probably become more acceptable. I think the other dark side is the burnout.
I'm so glad
you are ultimately a stooge to algorithms and I don't know. There are certain things which you feel like you have control over, but you don't. Creative burnout is real. The burnout that comes with sometimes overexposure or just constantly putting your life out is also real. And the fact that, sometimes you're always on your tenterhooks because it's a very, like, यहाँ पे आपका जो लॉन्जिविटी है बहुत लिमिटेड है. तो रेलेवेंट रहना, लॉन्जिविटी में मतलब इन द सेंस कि मैं ये नहीं अब बोल सकती धड़ल्ले से कि भाई 60 साल की उम्र में भी मैं कंटेंट बना रही होंगी. अगर मैं लॉयर होती तो हाँ 60 साल तक भी मैं प्रैक्टिस कर रही होती, डॉक्टर होती तो भी प्रैक्टिस करने का मेरा चांस होता, मेरा करियर 60 साल 70 साल तक चल जाता. बट एज अ क्रिएटर आई डोंट नो इफ आई कैन सस्टेन इट टिल आई एम 65, and I can work till I'm like, I don't think I'll burn out as a viable creative person till my brain stops working. So then what about the longevity of the career is what sometimes I feel like is a very daunting question. कि मतलब how do you sustain it is what I feel.
And I'm so glad that you mentioned about the burnout bit, but do you give yourself that opportunity to take a break, opportunity to decide for yourself that, okay, this is where I've reached the point in my life right now in my career that I can take a break, take that break for my mental health. Why I'm asking it so much, because while we talk about content creation, being a creator, consistency is something that we keep talking about. And to be consistent, you have to keep burning yourself. And to
Yeah.
to not burning maybe, but to keep creating that.
Yeah.
And then when you keep creating, you have a chance of burning out. So do you give yourself that liberty that, okay, now I can take a break? Have you
I
reached
do.
that point in
Sort of. I think I do. I also I've created. So I've started treating it like a job. You know, like I have 2-3 days in a week which are allocated for me to shoot. Maybe 1 day of ideation and scripting, whatever. So I plan my week in a way कि इतने बजे से इतने बजे तक मैं शूट करूँगी, इस दिन पे इतने बजे से इतने बजे तक मैं स्क्रिप्टिंग करूँगी. पर वो ओवर टाइम हुआ है, उसके बावजूद भी हाँ बर्नआउट होता है. एंड आई डू टेक, बट द गुड थिंग इज, यू नो, व्हेन आई फॉलो दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ ट्रीटिंग इट लाइक अ जॉब एंड creating a schedule and following that mostly, I always feel like I have backlog of content. तो वो जो एक अर्जेंसी है ना कि ओ शिट कंटेंट नहीं है, कुछ नहीं डाला 3 दिन से, कुछ नहीं, मतलब इन द सेंस आई कैन देन पोस्ट इट आराम से. आई कैन क्रिएट अ बकेट ऑफ कंटेंट एंड देन यूज इट till I'm ready to like create
but in
more.
general, also when I'm saying this is giving yourself a break means that हाँ ठीक है, आज मैं नहीं देख रही, आज मैं नहीं काम कर रही, आज मैं नहीं पोस्ट कर रही, तो इट्स ओके मेरे लिए कि I've reached that कि हाँ I can be in that position कि मैं एक हफ्ता ब्रेक लेके चले जाऊँ. और and it's generally a tendency of every creator and even for us also कि when we travel we also feel कि हाँ अब
सारा टाइम वीडियो ही
बनाना है या कुछ देखना है या रिकॉर्ड करना है. Like I traveled right now and my brief to my husband was कि ये हर जगह पे एक ऐसा ट्रांजिशन आपको लेना है जो मैं एंड में स्टिच करके डालना चाहती हूँ. After 4 to 5 takes, because it was a 12 days ka, I stopped reminding him also. Even if he asked कि करना है यहाँ पे, I was like नहीं हो गया.
Good.
So,
Yeah.
हो गया, because
Right.
I don't want to be in a position that I'm picking between a content and a
Right.
this, because I am on a vacation. I want to take it as a vacation, not a responsibility or a job kind of.
Yeah.
So, but I can afford to do that because that's not my primary thing. But when it happens, mostly it happens for creators that when they go out, they feel that this is an opportunity to create content.
I completely agree, Mrinal, and it's very tough. मैं बोल तो दूं कि हाँ मैं कभी कभी ब्रेक ले लेती हूँ, बट मैंने कभी भी ब्रेक नहीं लिया है. You know, I think the only time I've taken break from social media is when my life has been falling apart personally or whatever. There's something bad happening in my personal life. And I think the way, I don't know about others, but I think what I do is the same thing that you just said that you did. कि अच्छा मैंने अभी इतना दिन कंटेंट को दे दिया, शूट कर लिया, पर बाकी टाइम अब मैं अपने लिए रखूंगी. And I will consciously at least a few hours in a day or maybe on 2-3 days just live in the moment. तो वो मैं करती हूँ. But to say that I've gone a week without fussing over content, gone a week without posting, unless I've been in some serious dire straits in my life, no, I don't think I have that. Like I am not at that place in my head where I'm like, I'll just enjoy it today. Today I shall not do anything for the next 2 weeks without fearing कि मेरा engagement गिर जाएगा, followers गिर जाएगा, ये सब गिर जाएगा.
And has it ever happened that the worry of relevance that you also mentioned?
All the time.
Has that cut?
Huh?
All the time.
It troubles me all the time. And it's true also, right? I feel like it is a very young person favoring medium. A chunk of their audience are young people. And I think spaces like comedy are also kind of saturated. I feel like the trend now on social media is either value additional content or content that gives people a peek of your life. ठीक है, कॉमेडी बहुत लोग कर रहे हैं, बहुत लोगों ने गेन भी किया है, बट ये मार्केट थोड़ी सैचुरेटेड है, रेपिटेटिव है. तो मुझे ऑब्वियसली ये हमेशा लगा रहता है कि क्योंकि मैं आई हैव ऑल्सो नोटिस, चाहे मैं कितनी भी वीडियोस बना लूँ और उनमें से कितनी भी वायरल हो जाए, मेरे फॉलोअर्स ना बढ़ते नहीं हैं. जितनी स्पीड से पहले लोगों के बढ़ जाते थे, उनकी अगर 3 रीलें वायरल हो जाती थी, सडनली उनके 300 के फॉलोअर्स बढ़ जाते थे. अब नहीं होता है. मेरे तो 1000 बढ़ते हैं, फिर 850 गिर जाते हैं 2 दिन के अंदर एंड हम लाइक ये क्या भाई, व्हाट इज दिस जोक.
I think इस social ketchup की भी यही कहानी चल रही है.
So but that's how the ecosystem is now. Like you make great content, whatever. Growth is a little confusing, and I feel like if you are a slightly not young person, and I think I'm also very old hand when it comes to being on social media. Like I've been around for a while, so I can imagine that the newness that a fresh new creator will bring. I maybe don't bring that kind of
But
intrigue.
don't you
for a
think you
lot of-
bring a lot of experience on table?
I'm sure, but nobody cares. Nobody cares about experience when you're competing with age and beauty. Like, I mean, some mediums are largely ageist. I feel like Instagram, social media, film industry, these are ageist mediums. They reward, especially for women, they reward youth, they reward beauty. Unless you own certain things, वो भी धीरे धीरे ही आता है. Like I know that a lot of creators who are old and making content, they are owning that space. So anyway, I mean, maybe over time I'll transition to that, where I start talking and make my content more closer to my voice. As I said, right, मेरा strategy अभी तक रहा है मास्क पहन के आओ कैमरे के सामने. अब धीरे धीरे ना मैं वो मास्क उतार के एज शिबानी अपनी कहानी लेकर आने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ. I'm still getting used to it, and I think over time I shall maybe own my narrative more. So that could just help me survive a little longer.
I really think that you should start doing that, because I feel when you own your narrative, when you
Yeah.
are yourself, the audience connect with you better.
Yeah.
I feel that
Yeah.
like I've seen that people doing bare minimum but being very honest,
Yeah.
they share. And I mean, I know, like you also mentioned, that comedy is somewhere which is comedy space is being saturated, and
Yeah.
but in that saturation also you really need to find your voice and be part of that. You're also sharing a part of your life with that comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. And I feel like I'm very resilient like that. I'm very like relentless. Like I don't give up very fast. तो करती रहूंगी मैं. जब तक
But I
मुझे
know,
Instagram literally धक्का मार के निकाल नहीं देगा ना, तब तक मैं नहीं जाऊंगी.
No, but I get ki why you don't share. Even if I feel that sharing a personal life with so many people
Yeah.
is
Opening
like opening up doors to a lot many things.
To a lot of scrutiny, to a lot of judgment, to a lot of opinions that, and as much as a creator or a person who's a public figure may say ki, they don't, these opinions don't matter. It matters, yeah.
They do.
You're a human person. And I feel like creators ke liye it's even worse, because you are that much more in tune and engaging with your audience on the regular. You engage with them. तो आप तो पढ़ते ही हो वो DMs और comments कहीं ना कहीं, चाहे आप ignore भी कर दो, आप पढ़ लेते हो. So eventually it all builds up. It does affect.
And because after a point we all belong to one state where we all are that kind of people who हम बहुत grounded person.
Right.
Because how much we try and how much the best of the creator might think that they've received that celebrity status, but it is not. The celebrity status might be there, but the unhingedness of celebrity status, that does not come, because we all, not me, but you all you've come from a ground level. You've worked your like everything to work hard to be there where you are.
Like our currency is our audience and our relatability and our closeness to them. I feel like when I look at how certain celebrities behave on social media, they don't respond to whatever. They are not obliged to engage with people.
And they can afford
to do that.
Because they are not making money based on this audience. They're making money based on the movies they do and the work they do in those
outside
films.
Exactly, social media.
Yeah.
I feel like people who've gone within the scope of social media, your audience are your extended family, detractors, supporters. They are your everything. And we've built that community by engaging with that community and including that community in our life. तो इस वजह से जब आप ज़्यादा पर्सनल होना शुरू कर देते हो सोशल मीडिया पे, तो फिर कभी कभी वो कम्युनिटी, मतलब it'll also invite a lot of feedback and judgment and opinion that you may not be able to ignore, and it can get under your skin, it can make you feel weird, whatever. तो वो थोड़ा ना पर्सनल स्पेस में ज़्यादा अगर चला जाए तो फिर उसका मतलब अच्छा भी साइड है बट डाउन
If you
साइड
can
भी है.
handle, then handle. Then if you can't,
हाँ
then
वो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम टेस्टिंग राइट नाउ. बट एज आई सेड कि मैं तो बुड्ढी भी मैं बॉर्न क्या, मैं तो डेथ ऑन इंस्टाग्राम होंगी. मतलब यू नो बॉर्न तो पता नहीं कब हुई थी मैं ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, डेथ तो मेरी यही होगी.
born on Instagram.
तो लाठी पकड़ पकड़ के आई बी लाइक हे गाइस आज मैं आपको अपने डेंचर डालना सिखाती हूँ. Like that kind of thing I'll probably do.
But I'm seeing that heightened version here.
I think I'm puri like I've embraced my creator side now, like so now.
Okay. I want to ask, and before we wrap this conversation, there are a couple of things that I want to ask. Is comedy still fun for you, or it has become work to an extent?
Sometimes it is work, but sometimes it's lots of fun. I think I enjoy it. It is also my bright ray of sunshine on gloomy days. And, you know, growing up, gloom becomes a very vital part of your life, not so much as brightness. So I feel like comedy helps me just lighten things up. It does bring in the light when there is none. So sometimes it definitely is my crutch. Sometimes I do get exhausted कि अरे यार आज मेरा बिल्कुल भी फनी होने का मन नहीं कर रहा है, मुझे जाके ऐसे ही करना है वहाँ पे. तो मतलब sometimes yeah it is a little bit of work, but ठीक है. As I said, you know, like I think once it starts, once you are in it and you've been doing it for a while, you can be in the moment and enjoy it also, and you can distance from it and just treat it like work. And I think I found that sweet spot where it doesn't affect my performance if I'm not feeling it.
And we've discussed a lot about in the industry and economy
Right.
in general and on a larger scale. What is something that you really hope that gets changed in the industry in 2026?
I don't know actually, Mrinal. Too many things. I feel like थोड़ा सा अब देखो द प्रॉब्लम इज कि मुझे पता भी नहीं है कि ये सब चीज़ें मेरे दिमाग में है या फिर एक्चुअली एग्जिस्ट करती हैं कि नहीं. आई वुड डेफिनेटली से दैट एट अ बिजनेस लेवल आई फील लाइक आई विश ब्रांड्स कुड बिकम अ लिटिल बिट मोर flexible and accommodating of creative expression as opposed to being so stern and particular about a few things. I also hope that maybe the creator economy is over time given the due and the, you know, the credibility that it deserves, as opposed to just being one of those things that kids do for hobby जहाँ पे वो बस नाच रहे हैं. लाइक यू नो वो थोड़ा जजमेंट आई होप थोड़ा सा कम हो once it gets some legitimacy.
The brand story is like every year's story. Everyone,
Yeah.
I've been talking to people since years now.
Yeah.
And every year, just not year in, any time of the day, if I ask this question, brand centric सबका एक ही response है. थोड़ी लिबर्टी दे, थोड़ा हमको हमारी तरह करने दे.
Right.
हमारे हिसाब से वीडियो बनाने दे तो बेटर होगा.
पर वो मुझे नहीं लगता है is going to change. I feel like every year we are crying about the same thing and every year it gets more like strict. I think and specifically for Instagram, I also hope that, you know, जो YouTube का मॉडल है ना कि आपके व्यूज़ के बेसिस पे पैसे मिलते हैं, I hope Instagram में भी वो हो जाए. अभी Instagram लोगों को बोलता है लोगों क्रिएटर्स को गिफ्ट दो, कोई गिफ्ट नहीं देता है क्रिएटर्स को. क्यों देंगे भाई, तुम नाचो फ्री में हम देख लेंगे. आई विश वो थोड़ा सा मे बी जो YouTube वाला मॉडल
तो
है.
एडम मोजरी मना करके गए ना कि नहीं होगा.
कौन मना करके गए? मोजरी मना करके चलो. शिट,
मना करके गए कि
why he wants he wants us to be brands के ऐसे tattoos, you know. तुम ब्रांड से ही लो सारा टॉर्चर ट्रॉमा.
हमको
बहुत
content
इंडिपेंडेंट.
दो.
एग्जैक्टली. थेरेपी के पैसे यहीं से निकालेंगे.
Okay. And what's next for you?
A bunch of things, Mrinal, but I'm also taking it one step at a time. I feel like I'm a firm believer कि मैं जब बोल देती हूँ ना तो मुझे खुद की नज़र लग जाती है. तो फिर अभी देखते हैं क्या होता है. मतलब बट एज आई सेड बुढ़े होने तक इंस्टाग्राम पे गाइस मेरी डेंचर स्टोरी. मतलब ख़त्म तो नहीं होने दूंगी मैं अपने आप को. एंड आई थिंक बाकी हसल और पिक्चर अभी बाकी है, तो देखते हैं क्या होता है.
थैंक यू सो मच. आई होप कि डेंचर तक और पिक्चर हमारी चलती रहे, हम हर साल आपसे बात करते रहे. आई थिंक I was talking to team that we have been in touch with Shabani. We have interviewed her every year.
Right, yeah.
So I really...
And I'm a big fan of you guys. I feel like
Thank
you
you
guys
so
are doing
much.
a great job.
Thank you so
And
much.
you actually celebrate creators for things that sometimes even creators don't understand that are worth celebrating. Like, you're the first on it. You really make us feel special. So thank
Always
you.
a cheerleader.
And please keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe to Social Catch Up.